Oh, perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
You can call. Good to go. Cool. I'll call the subcommittee meeting to order. We'll do the roll real quick. I'm just gonna say who's here because it's a safe time. So Matthew Casamayo is present. We have Carlos Padilla is present. Yeah. And then George Alvarez is present, and then we've got Romy present on the phone call, I guess, over the conference call. So we'll call this meeting to order. It's 5:43. Cool. So we'll start with the orders of business. We already kind of know what we're talking about. Deferrals, additions, deletions. I think everything's there. Florida Blues only new thing. We have an update today, but that's all good. Public comments. I don't see anybody around. I think we're good. All right, cool. So now we can move on to the meat potatoes. All right, cool. The new business. So the boot camp. All right, so everything, going over everything. Just real quick, just a quick recap, and I guess to put it on the record officially, last time we spoke about the budget of $2,000 with the business boot camp, and we also spoke about the $1,400 that was left in the marketing. I know you've been using that, right, Jonathan,
Yeah.
for the marketing and stuff. Is that looking like it's gonna
Yeah, so
go through
the
his work?
Facebook ads have been running, the Eventbrite ads are about to start. I reached out to the Laker, and we got a spot on the edition that's coming up on Friday. This
Okay.
Friday, so it would have its time to run. I was glad I got that done before I went out of town because, you know, that is like a really good way to get it as a QR code so people can scan it to sign up.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, good job, Jonathan. Nice.
Which one start, the Facebook is running now,
Yes,
and which was the other one? Start.
Eventbrite. I
Eventbrite?
mean, whatever we said last.
Eventbrite, we don't have it running yet, right?
No, not yet. And then LinkedIn soon as well. And then the 8th page for the Laker, and it's gonna be 380, not 400, so saving $20 there.
Okay.
I guess I'll cover a couple more things. I'm getting some sourcing for the goodie bags. I know this is being a custom design, so I wanted to see where we.
Yeah, I just forwarded it to you, that's why.
Oh,
I already took the liberty of talking to them, doing everything and getting all sorted it out. So they already sent me an invoice and provided me proof, so I sent you proofs. So we can look at them now.
I also wanted to ask, last time the raffle, the surprises and stuff like that were donated by different companies.
Yeah.
Like, for example, was the Bank United that did the basket. Are we gonna be able to get those from companies or? do you know?
I know right now we have set apart some budget to get some raffle items ourselves, like we did last time, at least with the gift cards and things. We won't be
Yes.
empty-handed. When it comes to baskets and things like that,
No,
I don't know
I'm
if
just
it's ready
saying,
yet.
I'm saying just in general, just to
Yeah.
see, because when you say the raffles and surprise are going to be gift cards as well, or are we gonna be like souvenir type of thing with Vita? That's what we're talking about?
yeah, that's why I'm not 100% sure. I know when we were talking to Florida Blue today, we emailed them a little bit back and forth, and I remember Romy mentioned it to them, the possibility of including like a raffle item with their
Yes.
sponsorship or something like that. And that way they can, speak
Yeah.
about it and raffle it off there at the end. But in terms of individually with the different speakers or businesses or sponsors, I haven't contacted them or told them anything about
Okay.
providing anything to the raffle, so.
Okay, so far raffle will be gift cards like the other day and like some kind of gift that we're getting from them?
Potentially. That's why as of right now, like I said, all I know is what's written down here and the kind of general talking to sponsors and stuff that I've done. When it comes to the individual stuff, I really don't know, like when it comes to the specifics.
The conversation on the Eventbrite and the marketing, so because I have a few questions on that, and then we'll jump to sponsorship.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So that's the marketing. You said Eventbrite is not made yet?
Oh, okay, no.
Okay, cool. Can we do that soon? Because if we're doing the advertising for the other stuff, we should have the Eventbrite so people can register.
Yeah, I registered already. There's some kind of Eventbrite already up.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
Oh, you're saying the
register-
advertising.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're-
gotcha.
The
Okay, cool,
paid
cool.
dollars. No, that's.
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
Yeah,
huh?
no.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
All right, sweet. All right, cool. Yeah. So I was gonna say, okay.
No,
I
that would have been crazy.
was like, damn.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
The paid push ads are not.
Cool.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So that's going. No, you're good.
Quick question on the Eventbrite, Jonathan.
Sure.
I sent you the speaker bios and stuff. Can
Uh-huh.
we include some of that content on the Eventbrite? Because we're not gonna include it anywhere else. And I wanna give people, like, I wanna highlight the speakers. Like, can we jazz up the Eventbrite page somehow?
Yeah, so right now I have all of the speakers living in the agenda, the I mean, I don't think concern is the right word, but the bios don't have like a natural fit in context of the agenda. So I mean, I could slot it in right under it, just, you know, for reference, so they actually live somewhere, because yeah, you're right, it's kind of. The bios kind of live nowhere at this point. So I can add it, yeah.
Well, I think it could be just something like, meet our panelists, like with like a flyer made just for that. Or, like a second page, like I don't have to,
Yeah.
I don't think, I did not have the brain, I already, the bios that I gave you were already trimmed down. Because people sent me like their entire life story, so that's as much brain power as I could dedicate to trimming them down. I don't know if anybody else wants to take a stab at it, but I don't think we can trim down the bios of that many speakers to fit on a one-page agenda. I think that's like insurmountable.
I think that's fair.
So, yeah, so I think we can dedicate, a section to it on its own. And whether we just have them live online on the Eventbrite page, or if we have them live on a separate document, that's in addition to the agenda, is fine. Just like a get to know our speakers section.
Sure.
And that would be just on the Eventbrite?
I guess we could maybe look at working it into the. Sorry, did you hear that, Remy? Sorry.
No,
Just working it into the program somehow as well.
working it into the program, if we wanna like work it into the printed program, I would think it has to be on a separate page.
Yeah.
Like a meet our panelist section. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't see it. I have a pretty bare bones program right now.
You mean the one that I typed up for you?
Yes, but sort of illustrated, the one where we talked about, making it print ready.
Okay, got it.
Because the one you sent is also print ready if we wanted to use it, but I was thinking more closer to like.
Like a nice one, like I sent you, I don't know if you saw the samples that I sent from Canva. Yeah, I think we should do one like that.
It's sort of in that vein.
Okay.
Pretty simple, but now I'll look to getting the bios worked in on some aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think on a second page or something like that, it doesn't have to be like exactly the same, but yeah, I need those things.
Can you go back to the first page? Those are the sponsors we have right now.
Yeah, there's a space for Florida Blue. Because I don't really know the relationship right now, where things are at.
Yeah, Romy, how are things going with Florida Blue
Florida
after
Blue,
our little
okay.
email conversation?
Called me like around 4 something this
I mean, they're
afternoon.
doing it very fast. Yeah, these guys are.
It's not like out of, it's not like not necessarily happening, but I forget exactly the title of the person, but the person that this young lady was asking for a speaker spot, that person is actually not available for that date. So with her telling her that she's not available, it kind of gave the tone of like Florida Blue not moving forward with sponsorship. So this young woman was asking me, all kinds of details about, like elaborating on what it would be like to be the breakfast sponsor, et cetera, so that she could sell Florida Blue more on the idea of continuing to sponsor as a breakfast sponsor and sending someone else other than whoever this person was to speak on their behalf. So this young lady was like, I was working with her over the phone to help her draft an email to further elaborate on what I had sent her so that she could push the breakfast sponsorship opportunity. So I would say right now with Florida Blue sponsoring the breakfast, we're like 50-50. I do think that maybe we should look at another possible sponsor. I think we had talked about, not last committee meeting, but the one before that, about possibly First Citizens through Jose Llano, because Jose is on the panel. And I think Jose has enough pull at First Citizens that he could probably get a breakfast sponsorship for us. I don't think it's that much money. And that way we have a breakfast sponsor. Because I don't want to leave that, without solidifying. But with Florida Blue, the bottom line is the person that, I forgot her name, is it Alisa, what? you know what I'm talking about, Matthew, right?
Yeah, it's,
The first email. So I'm sorry, I'm blanking on her name right now, but she communicated to me that the person that was mostly interested in the opportunity is not available. So with her not being available, the sponsorship is kind of up in the air. So she is this young woman is not the decision maker on the sponsorship. So she's trying to sell the idea of the breakfast sponsorship to someone else within the organization. So whether or not that happens, she's not in control of that.
got it.
So, would it be helpful if it wouldn't be a big package, but what Isle and I have been doing upstairs is making sponsorship packages for like a lot of events, sometimes company specific,
Yep.
just to outline, this is exactly what you're getting with the breakfast sponsor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to say it nicer, but I don't know why they would expect a speaking slot with the breakfast sponsorship.
They're just, I think I think this young woman in particular is really eager.
Right,
About,
yeah.
I think it's her in particular. I don't think it's necessarily the organization. I just think she's really eager about them getting some kind of speaker opportunity. And I made it clear to her that, and this is what I'll say as far as anybody that wants to sponsor us.
Yeah.
I think we should do right by our sponsors. I think we'll mention their name,
Yeah.
throughout the event, and do everything in our power to recognize them. I don't think any of our sponsors will have other than, again, if it's First Citizens who's sponsoring the breakfast and Jose happens to be on the panel, that's the only time that that they'll actually get a quote unquote speaker slot, but that's not exceptional. What I will say about any sponsor that we have is, just like how we did last year, we'll give them ample recognition at the networking event. And if we want to take a moment to bring our sponsors to the front of the networking event and have them say hello off the microphone, I think that makes perfect sense. And that's a perfect time to do that. So that's as much of a speaking opportunity as I think we should give.
Yeah, three
Um,
minutes.
Yeah, so if the in-kind value is, I don't even think it's worth putting a number to it,
Yeah.
Like Memorial should have one because they're like the main sponsor.
Right, so that's what they get.
And
To me,
five minutes.
a breakfast sponsor looks like sponsor designation in the agenda or in the registration page where it says breakfast provided by XYZ, mentioned in the program.
This about the breakfast sponsorship, and the only reason why, I forget if Jonathan was copied on that email to Florida Blue this morning, but I elaborated in that email
Yeah.
that particularly for the breakfast sponsor, and it's just because of the location that we have this year, we didn't have the opportunity to do that last year. So the breakfast, there's a room. So Anna G. Mendez, the location, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but basically the space that we have at Anna G is 3 classrooms. So I want you to imagine, your kid's high school classroom. It's 3 rooms put together side by side because the division walls are like those collapsible accordions that you see like at a hotel wall. Okay, so we literally have 3 smart boards, 3 classrooms, and they're just going to be elongated because they're going to break down the barrier wall. So across the hall from that classroom, there is like a study hall room that is all glass walls. And, it looks really nice. It's right within the visible area from the registration area. So it's actually a really nice space because participants come in, register, they can go put their stuff down in the classroom, they can go to the breakfast room, and like the breakfast room is like a fishbowl. It's all glass. So whoever the breakfast sponsor is, they can own that room. They can put the food there, they can own it, they can brand it out, they can do as far as I'm concerned, they can do whatever they want in that room. So that's what I was telling this, the person from Florida Blue, is if they really want to engage participants, because they were very desiring of like registrant information and business names, like they want to basically be able to promote, it's small business insurance is basically what I gathered. So, what I explained to them was, you're going to have maximum exposure to everyone in an isolated area where you own that room. If you want to decorate and brand that room with whatever you want, if you want to have consultants from Florida Blue in that room to consult on insurances or whatever have you, go for it. That room is your oyster, you know? And I would say the same thing to any other breakfast sponsor. Whatever they want to do with that room is theirs to have.
Yeah, I'm gonna put, you know, those bullet points that I kind of said out loud of like, you know, designation as breakfast provided by whoever. Mentioned in program, opportunity to bring, you know, branded tablecloth material. I'll send that as like a little thing that you can dangle in front of either Florida Blue or whoever else, you know, if they
Right.
come in and say, okay, this is exactly what we're getting, I think that'll be fine. So I'll send that to you.
I think that's great. So that was okay, so we talked about the Eventbrite and the agenda. That's in the works, by the way, guys. I'm like 5 minutes away, so I'll see you in person soon. The sponsorship, so Carlos, I know you were asking about the sponsorship. Last year, the majority of the things that we gave away, the committee actually purchased. I think the only thing that we had donated was maybe that basket by Bank United. So it doesn't mean that we can't ask for donations this year, but the majority of the things, just like last year, we're intending on purchasing gift cards so that we can raffle off because we have the budget for it. But, you know, we can certainly ask for a basket sponsorship from whoever we want to ask for. If you guys have people in mind, that'd be great.
Yeah, I think that would be good, just because I haven't had any, I don't know. I haven't started looking at sponsor or giveaways. The only thing I've been looking at procuring has been the gift bags, and that's kind of already.
What is the memorial giving us?
They're paying like all the fees for the facility, so it's
The facility
up
that,
to, you know, however much it costs. Cause we have the facility, you know, in kind, and that's why Energy is getting some recognition as well, because, you know, waiving that fee is awesome. But like, I think it's IT costs, you know, helping us with.
okay.
Are they gonna put up a stage like that on the Tomoya?
No, because it's like 3 classrooms, so it's going to be the IT, the security and the cleaning.
Janitor, yeah.
Yeah.
So like however much it is per hour for the workers,
Okay, so the memorial space.
that's no more, right?
Oh, okay.
Romy, do you know if they're gonna put up a stage? I think last time we did it, so you can elevate the
No.
speakers, no?
There's no room for it, George.
Okay.
So that's, you know, so lesson learned. I mean, we're very grateful for Energy Mendes. I don't know if we may want to do it again there next year. I had never been to Energy Mendes University. I was under the impression that we were gonna be like in an auditorium
But it's not.
situation,
No,
but that is not the case.
Is it-
Yeah, they don't have that.
It's
in
going to
their
be like a
facility.
classroom with TV.
So I was gonna say, it's gonna be more. A little less formal.
Yes, because the
Yeah.
speakers, you don't have like an actual place to put the speakers.
Right.
So it's kind of gonna have to be like in the middle and 3 TVs in the different areas, so
Like
some
the
people will not be able to see the speakers. That's the only.
Yeah, it's kind of narrow, if it's the same place with narrow and wide.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, so that's what we didn't like,
I
and the
thought last time we
TV
did
that
it,
is
we're
on the
elevated, I
bottom.
felt like a small stage, like, we're talking about a foot. So
Yeah.
at least it elevates a little bit, but maybe,
I wasn't able to, I was out of time.
Yeah, so-
I mean, if we did that, we would have to find it ourselves, rent it, you know, deliver it, like, I think it's just too much.
that's too much. You're
Yeah.
right.
On the positive side, improvement from last year, nobody's not gonna see the presentation, nobody's gonna like turn their neck, you know, to look at the presentation because we have
because it's
a
like a
big
classroom.
smart board in every single room. And the same presentation that's in one board can be duplicated on all the other 2. So everybody will get a clear picture of whatever the speaker is presenting. I think we're just gonna have to tell our speakers, and so good news is, I think on the order of the agenda, right after Matthew's opening is my presentation with Suhail. And I think we'll do a good example of like covering the room so that speakers get a good example of, you know, how to like present to that kind of room
Work with crowd.
so that, you know, everybody gets a good look. So basically the speakers, I mean, hopefully they'll not walk around, but you know, they'll kind of walk from board to board to board. So, so that would be the best way to get coverage in the room. But yeah, the layout is, it's very wide and shallow. So the seating is, you know, depending on how many, Carlos and I talked about it when we did the site visit last week, that I think we should start, you know, filling the room in the middle classroom. And as more and more people arrive, we can start, filling the room out towards the wing to kind of concentrate the middle and then span out from there.
Did you guys take photos of the space?
No.
Where's the breakfast area there? I'm looking at
Swing by.
I'm looking at a floor plan.
Back for me, I just got here.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
no, it's open, but. Alright. What I was gonna say was, I think a classroom could maybe be more
Let me
conducive.
see. I'll show you.
The breakfast area.
So this is the, so this is the lobby, this is the security, this is glass, and this is the 3 rooms. So there's TV here, TV here, TV here, so, and doors everywhere here. So we
That's
can
glass,
kind of
right?
divide it
There's
and
glass
just,
to the hallway?
this right here.
The classrooms don't have glass.
They don't?
The breakfast room is all glass. It's like a fishbowl. So like, okay. So
Right,
this
yeah,
I'm
is,
looking at it.
Here,
Yeah.
here.
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the breakfast room is on the
Mhm.
corner and then we own those 3 classrooms. And the dividing walls between those 3 classrooms collapse. So you basically have one long rectangle. Unfortunately, the smart boards are on the lower side.
Right here,
Exactly.
right here, right.
So we can't do the room long
Wow.
because there's nothing on that end. Yeah,
It's not, this
exactly.
There is only small TV, smaller than this one.
correct. Yeah,
Here.
So we have to do it
everybody
sideways.
will not work.
yeah.
It'll work, it'll work.
Work, I mean, that's the first thing Carlos and I said is that it's not as, like
Yeah.
grandiose as the hall that we have here in the town. But I will say there's some pros to it, like that breakfast, like the greeting area is a lot wider
I was
and,
gonna say, maybe
Yeah.
if it's not an auditorium, it could feel more workshoppy. Or
It does,
more-
that was the other thing, just to keep in mind, we asked them, they're providing all the chairs, they said they have a gajillion chairs.
Walking.
Tear down and setup is like on us.
Yeah.
So the room right now is set up like a classroom, like with tables and chairs, I think high school, okay?
So we gotta get early.
So we gotta get there early and we asked her, we're like, so, does your facility staff help? And she was like, you're looking at it. I was like, oh.
Was that
really?"
Emily's?
It was, yeah, Emily, really nice. And, so we need to get there early. We need to help them with setup and with, putting the
Taking
classroom
out
back
all the
together.
tables. and
Taking out
putting
all the
that-
tables, putting in the chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I could look at opening up a volunteer.
that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Just so that, because we're gonna have enough to do on that day.
A lot.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, the 20th, Friday.
we're having, yeah, I think we already have signups for parade, the Veterans Parade for volunteers and a couple more, so maybe we can tap into, hey, a couple months earlier,
That would be lovely.
please show up, already.
Yeah.
You'll have the chairs and the IT are, well, you're paying for that, so.
We're paying for the IT, we're paying for the cleanup, the staff that cleans up
And security.
and security. They require security.
They're not going to have to log in, not log in like, log in twice because we're going to provide them with a roster.
Yes, so that was another thing. We have to provide them with a roster of registrants, which I know won't be an issue. But we have to provide them with a roster of registrants so that our registrants don't have to go through security and show ID. So,
Okay.
yeah, which is
Like-
fine. That's not a big deal.
And
Um,
we had to also explain very clearly
That
that
through the back.
they come from
Okay.
the
They're
back.
gonna block the general university.
Yes, because if they come from
Exactly.
the front, they're gonna have to
Walk all the
sign
way.
it twice.
Not just walk all the way, but if they come in through the front, not where like so the Energy has their main door with very limited parking, and then they have a big parking lot in the back with a back door. Our event is adjacent to the back door.
Okay, good, no,
So-
I did, if there was information on parking
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a
specifics,
big parking.
It's free parking, it's a
Okay.
huge parking lot,
no, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I can include that in the Eventbrite.
Yep.
and
Yeah.
Before you go. email.
correct, yep,
Yes.
Okay, good,
yep,
could you summarize that
yes.
for me and send it in an email, because I had the same question, so that's good.
Should we,
Do like a little map.
Park,
you know, look like
Parking on
those
the-
realtor
Oh, yeah,
signs?
yeah,
That's not
Well, I
expensive.
love making,
Yeah.
Maybe put a few, which is event parking.
I love making maps, I'll make a map.
Or
In
map.
for the email,
Perfect.
east. I don't know what they're called,
East
the
back
back door,
doors.
but it's the east parking.
Oh, not general notes, I'm just, this is a note for myself.
Are those minutes?
I don't wanna be
Okay, good.
secretary again. Not a third year, I can't do it a third year. Okay,
No.
so. So I'll send you that to you, Jonathan. But yeah, so are we like 100% confirmed that Memorial is covering the cost of
Yeah.
energy? Yeah.
Sweet, that's awesome.
Sweet. So that puts like, we were estimating that was gonna be like about $600.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. I'm
I think
just,
so.
It is one.
I
At
think
least
so.
200 for
Because
each.
think of it, they have to have security for like, what, how many hours? That's, you know, let's call it 9 AM. So 10, 11, 12, 1. Okay, so that's 4-hour security. Most security guards are like 20 something bucks an hour. So call that, you know, right there, that's
80
like
to 100.
$100 right there.
One or two security.
I think, it depends on the crowd. I think they're definitely gonna have one, maybe even two.
Okay.
Then they need to have a staff cleanup, which is about the same, you know? And,
I think what I told Isle, who spoke to Memorial,
Mhm.
when I was on the phone with Marcella, was just janitorial and IT. And so I gave a
Security,
different
yeah.
number,
Oh,
which
so-
is basically gonna double it, but
okay,
double for 3 to 6.
I mean, I don't think it's that much, but you know. just-
No, I
Sure.
we'll
Yeah.
let them know. I can.
So
show you-
actually,
I
that's
can ask-
something,
I can ask
that's
them.
something that Emily promised to send us, that she has not yet. She was gonna send us the rates for
Yeah.
cleanup, security and IT, and she had not.
Okay, I'll
So
send a reminder.
please,
Should we set somebody aside for that, or you don't think we need it?
No, I'll do that. I'll send a reminder on like, hey, can we get specific figures for that? Just
Well, we
in
can't
case-
vote anyways.
I mean, it's fine anyway,
No,
I
I didn't-
think you can do it, right?
Yeah, we already,
Yeah.
the committee already talked about it, I think.
okay. So that's 2. And then those are all of the costs, okay? I think I'll reach out to Jose tomorrow and just talk about First Citizen sponsoring the breakfast already. I don't wanna like leave it to the last minute, you know, depending on what Florida Blue says.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Real quick, while we're on the topic of food and sponsors, did you hear anything about Chef Veronica? That sponsorship? Is that-
Chef Veronica, is interested, you know, similar to Florida Blue
Yeah.
in doing something again for exposure. So, at that point, I thought we had breakfast like in the bag, so I told her we didn't need breakfast, but I mentioned something regarding like a snack break or something like that. Where she can do something like prepackaged. We haven't solidified anything yet. But if we're dubious on a breakfast sponsor, I mean,
Yeah,
I can reach out to
the
her.
main
for-
one in charge for her, if it's gonna happen, she can make it happen.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So I can talk to her just about, you know,
So you-
breakfast, period. I don't know if she'd be willing to do all of breakfast, because I mean, there's one thing to do like a snack
No,
break
that's
and
fine,
it's
yeah.
one thing
No,
to
that's
do
fine.
breakfast.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with the idea of a snack break too. if
Yeah.
anything, But it'll be cool to.
So-
Should have talked to Jose about the First Citizens breakfast sponsor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, because last year we had a bank do it too. Last year, I think we had Jessica's bank
Yeah.
Yeah.
do it last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Steve, I think provided a coffee, right? Or was Steve's bank? Or no, was
They
it just,
had,
I have no.
they had that basket, and they put something else in.
I don't remember.
whatever, no worries.
But, okay.
And so then the Veronica will be like a third?
Veronica would be, so the breakfast
Yeah,
would be, if Florida Blue doesn't come through,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Veronica is a local chef interested in getting involved. We can have her do, you know, one of 2 things. We can have her do either, or one of 3 things, I should say. We can look into a full breakfast sponsorship from her, period. We can have her maybe co-sponsor breakfast if we need to, like, let's say between First Citizens and her. Or we could have her just do like a snack break. One of the 3.
Yeah.
Which I think either one.
Actually, the probably sounds better, because First Citizens is gonna put up money, you still need somebody to produce the food.
Mhm.
Yeah.
True. That's
Oh.
true.
And if you
I
get
see
that
what
kind
you're
of
saying.
partner, and then if you buy it from Einstein or someone else, then it looks like you're sponsoring it, in which they're not.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good thinking. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but they're gonna write you a check, so you gotta go find the food anyway.
Exactly, yeah, so maybe there'll be a good
Okay.
idea to connect them already, yeah.
Cool,
I
okay.
know Jose knows of her and stuff.
Yeah, Jose knows her. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
maybe on an emergency backup, I'm sure that you guys have a cafeteria with staff and energy members.
That's a really great
Cause they provide
point.
coffee, and then maybe we'll pay them, obviously.
I mean, the good news is that literally Einstein is like down the street from there, so we could literally, they have
Get
really
one
good
of the
coffee.
big
Yeah, we could, I mean, that's what we did last year. The breakfast sponsorship, that's what I
Yeah,
was
last
trying to
year, I
tell.
think it was.
It was
that,
Vicky
she just
Bakery.
bringing
It
that.
was Vicky Bakery and we just brought the jugs. It really
Yeah.
wasn't anything fancy.
Yeah. I think it's fine.
So it wasn't a big deal to bring that, to do the breakfast sponsorship. That's what I was trying to tell Florida Blue on the phone today. I was like, This
Yeah,
is
it's
not
not
a,
a big deal.
it's,
to
it's,
think.
this is,
Yeah.
this is not complex, so yeah.
Do we know already how many people we have registered already?
Yeah, 100.
Already 100? Yay!
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we know how it was
sponsors.
last time.
I mean, we know how it was,
Yeah,
right, like
it was
we
half
had like a 50% show rate, so if we can get 200 registered, I would feel really good about that. That's
Yeah.
exciting, cool. Okay,
That's awesome.
so, since we're talking sponsorship, do we wanna chat about maybe Drola? Matthew and I went there last week. So the guy was super cool, basically,
Alain, that's his name.
Alain, yeah.
Just remember.
Alain,
Just popped my head.
It was loading.
It was killing me that I couldn't remember.
Align was great, very easy to work with. We basically kind of gave him like a pre-ordered menu.
Okay.
In certain quantities. We allocated, he gave us like a happy hour price on beer and wine. So we allocated to have 100 drink tickets for the event. And 100 tickets for the event. With that event, the participant can order either wine or beer, okay, it doesn't matter. So they can cash in their ticket for beer or wine. And the other thing was we pre-ordered, like, you know, from their appetizer menu, we did, hold on, let me get my notes here.
If all of this is gonna be on an invoice, I imagine.
So that was
Yeah, but-
one thing that I wanted to talk to you about is coordinating payment with them, because that occurred to me right after we left. I was like, okay, so do we pay them on a credit card and the town reimburses us? Do we need to, like, you know, it needs to go through finance or whatnot?
We can cut them a check.
Can we cut them a check like on the spot or yes?
Yeah.
Perfect, okay, because because Matthew
Yeah, we
mentioned,
do that all the time.
Okay.
Where like for the parade, we'll hand them the check.
perfect, okay.
They show up, I mean, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
than-
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, so he was
Cool.
flexible with us, but basically, we translated it into we allocated $1,000 for the spend at Vitrola.
Yeah.
So out of the $1,000,
Yeah,
$500, yeah, $500 is going to beverage, okay, so that equals 100 tickets, okay? And then we're having them bring out, you know, in waves of the appetizers, fried yuca, tostones relleno, and the tostones relleno are like mixed between picadillo, shrimp, and ropa vieja. It's good stuff. They're gonna have like Cuban tamales, like the tamales like get cut into like 6 pieces, like on a skewer. And then like mixed croquetas, so bacalao, ham, and I think it was chicken.
Yeah.
And I think that is more than enough
Yeah, no,
to
that's
feed
like-
a big crowd and in terms of quantity. You know, what we kind of figured out numbers already based on how many servings each has, but it's like más o menos, like more or less like 18 yucas, 20 rounds of tostones, 15 rounds of tamales, 25 rounds of croqueta plates. And what we told them was, you know, so like put into the budget, you know, the $500 on, you know, we'll start with like whatever. $400 towards alcohol, bring out, you know, half of the rounds. Let's see how the flow is going, and then we'll keep ordering as needed until we. So we do need to factor in gratuity, so that's something that we need to do is, because we needed to sort out how the payment would work. So what I think we'll do is maybe we call him. And we tell him, hey, like, here's the game plan, you know,
Because if the check is going to be ready, then it's gonna be a problem, right?
so
With the
that's
gratuity
my
thing.
question is
Is that
when
open
we,
check?
when we go to the event, is it like a blank check or we need to have a check made for $1,000 that day?
Yeah.
We need to have a check made for $1,000. So what I think I'm gonna tell him is I'm gonna say, hey, so that we can get you paid that day, give us an invoice that racks up to $1,000, including gratuity.
Yeah.
And
So
on the day of that event, let's just eat all of it, you know, in food and beverage as needed. That's it. Yeah, I don't think he'll have a problem with that. He was very easy to work
Listen,
with.
if there's
Yeah, I
even
think it's more
one,
than doable.
if there's even like one piece of food left over,
We'll take it home.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
coming.
it's coming home.
They don't destroy
That's
it.
it. Easy. He was very easy about, we can use the stage, we can use the mic. You know how when you walk into Vitrola, there's a bar on the right?
Yeah.
All of the participant stuff is gonna be there. And then he'll give us use of like that space, the other big bar that's in the back. And I think, you know, we're just basically gonna kind of play it by ear because it mixes into the big room where they have, you know, people
Yeah.
there for
Mhm.
lunch, but you know. I don't think it's gonna like he didn't seem too concerned about,
No.
intermixing with the tables or whatever. It was just kind of like. You
And
have
what I
space.
can do is give them sort of similar recognition to what I would imagine a breakfast.
That's
box
exactly what I
looks like.
told him, and I
Uh,
invited him to come to Energy Mendez in the morning.
Yeah,
So that we could give him a shout out, him say hello, and encourage everybody to stay towards the end to go see his space afterwards, yes.
Yeah.
And he said he would be there.
logo on logo on fire. Happy hour, designation, whatever, that works out.
Mhm.
After the closing remarks, we can have the happy hour, mixer
Yep.
at Academia Vitrola.
Yep.
Yep.
Come along, enjoy time.
Exactly,
Yeah,
okay?
they'll get all that recognition.
And we had to tell them while we're in the panel, like when we're speaking in the event.
We gotta keep reminding them,
Yeah, we'll
all the time.
constantly
Yep.
throw it out, yep.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep. Okay, perfect. So that was the Vitrola event and he was very nice and very accommodating.
Yeah, really
So
nice
that's
guy.
gonna be really good.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay, so we've got, so 2,000 is the total budget, right? Now that's including, that's not including the 1,400 for marketing, which went from the marketing
No.
budget, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, or the 1,000 for Vitora, which is from the social budget.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
That's why the budget is right there, the
Oh,
2,000,
okay.
the boot camp is
610.
broken down right there.
Okay, great. So,
That's what we voted on the last
Okay,
meeting. So
perfect.
it's kind of set. We're
Okay.
just gonna have to figure out.
So we have
what's in there.
$600 open.
Open.
So the,
That's what
op-
we have to mess
so
around.
the open would either be like whatever,
Gift
well,
cards, that we
let-
say.
Well,
the,
400 was for the raffles.
400 is for the
We
gift
already had
cards
that
already.
set apart.
I think 400 is more than enough.
No,
I'm-
exactly, yeah, exactly.
I mean, last time we,
Last time we
and
spent like 600 or something.
I was
right?
gonna
A lot
say,
more,
yeah.
And it was too much.
I think it was
it was a lot. It was
It's a
like,
lot.
people were like, whoa, this is taxpayer money.
Yeah.
If one, something that this is just something that I would like to do that I missed last time. I would really love, I saw the flyer that you had, that you were working on. I would love if we can print those, like professionally printed, either with AC Graphics or whomever. To have those printed, to have like actual agendas at the event. I think that was missing last time and I think it would be really nice. And the other thing, because I don't think it looked as nice, is maybe if we can invest in printing like registrant name tags. So, we close registration, whatever, 3 days in advance, and we send name tags to print cardboard, but better than a handwritten Sharpie, because my handwriting was not pretty last year. So those would be the things that I would say, maybe room for that
Like the
$600
list,
budget.
like the list of everybody, so you mark them.
No, I'm
Just go
saying,
like, "Hi, my name
like
is
when you check in,
Photos."
remember last
Yeah,
time we
photos.
had a sticker name tag?
Yeah.
I'm saying, when you go to a conference, you get an actual name tag that's printed and you.
ADC logo.
Yeah. Exactly, I think a name tag would be nice, I think it would make it,
Yeah.
this is our second annual event.
Yeah, we can definitely do it.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about Eventbrite, that half the people won't show up, so it'll be like half of them will be useless. But I guess that's just comes.
I
with it,
mean,
right?
And some,
know.
and some won't register.
It's just-
And some will register
Yeah.
and some will show up and those
I mean,
people
then
will
we
have
just have
handwritten
blank
name
ones,
tags.
they write them.
But yeah, we can have blank ones. I mean, some people will have blank ones, but I think it would be nice for the people that registered to have something, I mean, they're getting goodie bags too,
I
so.
mean, it's definitely not
Yeah.
an expensive thing.
I don't think it's an expensive thing to do, and we have $600 open and we need to spend it. I would like to try and spend it on making the event look as professional as possible.
To
so
me,
people
the
wanna come back.
priority is, because we know what the agenda looks like,
Mhm.
is printing up the programs.
I agree.
No, for sure, but I
I-
think,
The,
no, but
and then,
it all fits.
like, worst case scenario, it is those like, hello, I'm, and then empty space that people fill.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying, if we have
But-
$600 to spend,
Yeah,
like, I would like to do programs and participant name tags is something that I'd like to do.
Can you show her again the agenda and the front page that you had?
Oh, yeah. Just so you can
Nice.
see it.
That looks really
Yeah,
nice.
that's good. And the program was on the next
There's gonna be
page.
more logos, this is like, very clearly just
Maybe
thrown
the
together.
one,
Do
I have a
you
question.
prefer this?
Uh-huh.
What?
Oh,
that
For
present-
the AC, which one do you guys prefer?
Do you have the AC digital one?
Yeah.
Do that one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's mine, technically. That's
Supported
my
by-
dad.
I always see the, I see the.
Well, I mean, I guess technically it would be that one, because Tico's the one speaking. I
okay,
guess.
perfect. There's actually a
They are
logo.
two separate companies.
There, I was gonna say, there's a logo missing from there because Tico is presenting with someone else that has his own logo. I forgot what it's called, but it's a
Who's he
green,
presenting with?
huh?
Certain
Angel
Yeah,
Investor.
como se, no, el angel investor is Complete Care IT.
something.
Tico has
Oh, he's bringing Manny.
he's bringing Manny. Como
Click
se-
Elements.
Elements, that one. Click Elements is missing from
Okay.
there.
That's cool. Manny makes sense.
Click
Makes
Elements
more
is
sense
missing
than
from there, and the bankers are missing from there. So Jose needs to give me his logo.
Such a linear sponsor. Oh, no, he's just speaking.
No, he's a speaker. Jose, I sent, I think I uploaded the logo with, este tipo, Buitrago, forgot his name. Alejandro Buitrago. He could, I know he gave it to me late, so maybe I didn't send you the updated folder.
Okay, so I can go what general pricing is for programs and name tags. How many of each, well, name tags would be like, I guess like 200, but the programs would be what? How many do you think, like
I think maybe
100?
like 100 to, I think at most 150.
Okay.
Okay, so that looks beautiful. Great job, Jonathan.
It's like, it was very low effort.
The only
but-
thing I have a question is
Huh.
that it says presented by, looks like the event was created by Memorial, not by the.
Can we change presented by to something else?
Yeah, because that's the only place that it sees it, like on the registration, on the Facebook, it's just small business boot camp, like there's no other. Name recognition, that's more so just like they're spending money and.
It's
But-
just because I feel that the.
Yeah, they're not the
presented by is
ones-
Economic
So-
development.
Yeah, they're not the ones, I know.
One,
Yeah.
one little point of order, we decided on a different name for this. We decided we didn't want to call it a small business boot camp. We wanted to call it 2024 Business Boot Camp Practices to Better Your Business. So I don't know if we want to change that around, if we wanted to call it something
Like-
different,
What's that?
but
Like-
we didn't want to call it small
I think I
because,
remember that.
yeah, we didn't want to call it small because we didn't want to limit it to just small. So we called it, I don't know if we want to call it,
2024 business bootcamp, instead of the small, just change it to 2024.
So what do we call it on Eventbrite?
I mean, everywhere it's small business boot camp. Maybe that's what the Laker ad is.
yeah. So, yeah, like building a thriving business community in Miami Lakes, I think that would probably be changed to practices to better your business. I don't know, we just, this is,
Definitely the subtitle, I think.
Yeah, the subtitle can
Yeah.
That
change,
doesn't fit 100%.
the subtitle can change, and then the memorial placement.
But yeah, but if the title's already kind of been
The title's
circulated all
kind of-
around, then I
yeah,
guess we're
create
toast on that.
confusion.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we can at least change the subtitle, if that could be doable, the subtext, because I agree with you. At least
Yeah.
it paints the picture a little bit better when we
What's the
first look at
subtitle?
it.
it is practices to better your business.
Yeah, and it's just a little bit more encompassing when you first look at it, especially for
Yeah.
the social media ads and things like that. If you can update that, that would be cool. But yeah, I guess if that's the title, then
Yeah.
that's already been
Title's
circulated, then, right? whatever.
Okay.
I guess
I mean,
we're
We're
toast.
gonna change the small to 2024.
No, doesn't seem like it.
no, well, cause the Laker ad is more or less that.
Okay,
It's different because there's a QR code and there's different placements, but,
is it already like
Less.
sent to print?
yeah.
Oh,
What
okay.
is the subtitle gonna read again?
Practices
Practices.
to better your business.
But at least we can do that on all the social and digital stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe that'll help a little bit.
I think
And,
so.
and the.
So can we update
Oh, yeah,
small to
and that-
20?
Yeah. that's-
Can we update small to 2024 for like the rest, like moving forward? I know we can't change the Laker, but can we update it?
For that one's not horrible, like. Changing how it's listed on our town website as 2024.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Small business boot camp or 2024 business boot camp.
I think business boot camp will be
Yeah.
better. Can we axe the small on like using this
Yeah,
moving forward?
for the-
Okay,
On the
For the
programs.
program.
on the programs, on the
For the
socials,
program, the headers.
yeah,
Exactly.
The newsletter went out, which is like whatever.
that's fine.
People are gonna know what it
That's
is.
fine.
Um,
Like the Laker stuff here and there, like
Yeah.
it's here and there.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be cool for the majority of it and just to start hammering it down.
Perfect.
You're getting rid of the small in the title.
Okay, cool. Can you show me page 2?
and it's pretty like boring.
That looks great.
No, I think it works.
2024 Energy Menace University, Miami Lakes,
Yeah.
registration and
The
breakfast.
only
Okay,
thing, the only thing you could add would be
Welcome to
following the
introduction.
events.
Right. It's sort of happy hour.
The happy hour, please follow the event. If it fits.
Exactly,
Show me
yeah,
the
at
money.
the
If
end,
it fits,
at the end, yeah,
they're not gonna have.
I think it'll
thank
fit.
you.
We open Q&A and closing remarks and then some. No,
And
I
then-
can make it fit, yeah.
Exactly, and then 12:30, let's say, Victor Pevitrol and network events.
Or you can add it as a separate sheet, but with cafe.
We need to, you took
information
out
box.
Angel, right? Yes, you
Like a
took him
flyer,
out.
like a
Okay,
little flyer.
perfect.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was up with that, man? I was not
That
happy.
was news to me.
I told, well, Andrea
Yeah.
emailed me, cause every time that I would email,
What
so
was it?
we were for growing beautifully, doing business in the town of Miami Lakes. It was supposed to be Andrea and Angel or sorry, Danny Angel,
Yeah.
well, which is, you know, permitting and whatever, and Danny Angel today said that he's no longer available. Which I told Andrea, I was like, and so by the way, let's talk about that real quick. Because Andrea and him were gonna do a joint presentation. And it was, you know, why Miami Lakes, what makes Miami Lakes a good place to do business, and then kind of the how to do business with Miami Lakes process, which is what Danny was gonna handle. And Andrea told me this morning, you know, Danny bowed out, and I said, how comfortable do you feel addressing this? And she told me the first two, no problem, the other part, not so much. And then my response to her was, can you please ask, and I don't know if Jonathan, if you are good friends with Danny or whatnot, my response to her was, can you ask him to put something together and then you present it so that, you know, we don't have to try and pull someone in last minute. So she said she was going to ask him, but she did not seem very confident on that. So my question is, do you have someone else that we can pull in that might know some of that process?
Does he have an expediter that works your office? Maybe he.
Or somebody else.
I can just ask him straight up if
somebody
he
else.
has someone that he knows.
Maybe they have an
Can
expediter,
fill
no,
their shoes.
not me,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's expediters, third
Maybe-
parties that run permits through the city for individuals.
Yeah, I can ask him who
If he can
thinks
speak on
gonna do
behalf and
well,
then
if
respond.
he could provide points.
Maybe you could also ask him why he decided to drop out less than 15 days notice. That would be so great.
Like an assistant.
Does he?
I mean, he has, I mean, I know he has confidence in that building
Yes.
that he has to.
Right,
Maybe I can ask Ed, town manager, I don't know,
someone,
maybe an elected official who's not
No.
on the November ballot.
okay,
Someone
someone.
who knows better.
Someone who knows better, because I don't think any of us are well educated enough to present on that topic. I would really
No, he
want
would
to
have been
have
the
that.
one that knows.
Maybe Carlos, because Carlos has actually gone through the process of working in the town of Miami Lakes. I know, but-
Take it from me. Okay,
So that's my only thing with the program is we lost Danny and we need to find some kind of replacements, but we don't have to scrap that panel. Because otherwise it's just gonna be Andrea standing up there for 15 minutes talking about how much she loves Miami Lakes, and I don't think that that's valuable, you know?
I'll reach out and
Yep,
I'll get my substitutes.
please.
What?
And then, can you scroll down past the 12 o'clock? Is there any, no, that's the end of the
No,
page.
that's-
Okay, so, I came up with this after you guys had the last, committee meeting for the open Q&A. I thought it would be nice just to, you know, kind of like moderate again, to have Carlos moderate the open Q&A. He's kind of like our designated panel moderator. And just to keep things moving and going quickly, and then just have Matthew close us out. Like some last final words and thanking all the speakers, and then everybody go to the Vitrola, yeah?
Cool.
Cool, okay. Can you add to the open Q&A just, or do you wanna, should we put it there moderated by Carlos, or just we, you know,
I-
throw him in there?
I left it out just
Okay.
because I don't know that it.
If,
Perfect.
if Vitrola has a flyer, if they already have, maybe you can attach it as. Instead of putting it on the.
Like maybe an insert.
Yeah.
Like an insert?
Yeah, like a
The
third
goodie
page.
I think that would be nice. I don't think Vitrola has one.
Mm.
Can we just make one, like a little insert that we throw into the program?
Networking.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could put that in.
okay, so Jonathan, you can
And
handle
You
that?
can just add to or just,
Yeah.
they're gonna have something. So,
I get it, yeah.
Yeah.
If they're
an
on-
ad, I'm sure they put an ad somewhere, they can just.
Okay.
And tag them so they can post on their.
That's something that I didn't do, yes, that we need to get all
Don't
of the
tag us,
speaker
all of
tags.
us. Yes.
That's a really good point, I had not thought of that, okay,
Mm.
so I can do that. Ask speakers. For socials. Okay. And Jonathan, I'll send you a list of that. Okay, perfect. Goodie bags and swag bags, do we need to discuss anything on that?
Just the proofs, just see what you guys thought real quick and just get I guess we can't really vote, but just to make sure we're okay, thumbs up, and then I'll tell him
When you do
what he
that,
needs to do with Jonathan. Huh?
when you get the proofs.
Right now,
Yeah,
I'll
we-
zip
we're
it up.
there.
So what he did for us, I'll give us a little background. I asked him what he can do for us that included at least, because what we voted on here was guaranteed 100 goodie bags with 100 notepads with 100 pens. That was like guaranteed we want that.
Minimum, yeah,
Minimum. So what he told me that he's gonna be able to provide on top of that is, I'm not sure if you remember, if you guys know Vita Custom Designs, that company.
Yeah.
For the name.
Yeah, he's gonna
back
go
to
to a lot-
what else?
100 goodie bag, or like tote
Yeah.
bags, 100 notepads, or like
Yeah,
writing
I
notepads,
see
and then
them.
100 pens. Exactly, and then what he's gonna
We got
provide
Post-it.
extra for us is Post-it notes,
Cool.
and then they do custom 3D prints and stuff like that. So they're gonna 3D print notepad stencils that you can like put over the notepad and you can like stencil a checklist on it. And you can write little checklists,
that's so
things
cute.
like that. It's got a
Okay.
cute little,
That's
yeah,
fine.
cute little business thing, whatever. Cause I told him, put something business related that's like you guys, you know, that's
Yeah.
cool to you. And he told me that they can do that 3D print
And
for
we
all of
have-
us.
We still have our like a buttload of stickers.
Do we
Cool.
have cows?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's, oh no, we don't have cows though, right? You
We
said?
don't have
The
cows?
town has got.
Oh, we do?
cows.
Oh, what the heck? I thought it was, I thought the cows were a secret.
The cows
Then
were
the cows
like
were in the way.
are you kidding me? People were like jacking those cows last time. That's
Okay,
like the
cool,
best thing we
cool,
give
cool.
out.
Alright, perfect, then yeah, then that would be
So
awesome.
last year we didn't get the cows.
Yeah, cause I thought we didn't have,
That's
somebody
what
told me there was
I'm
no
saying.
cows, that's
People
why,
were
I was
asking
Everybody was
for
talking
that.
about the
He
cows
said
that
there
we
was
didn't
no
get.
cows, and I was like, oh, I guess we ran out of cows.
First
We
run
did
of,
not give
No.
cows last year.
It was
We
at
gave
the
hand
expo, we gave them out
sanitizer.
at the expo,
Yeah.
at the expo we
a
did.
couple years ago were better than the last one.
Yeah.
We did them at the
I have
expo, and the expo, they disappeared in 2 seconds.
3 different species.
It's crazy.
Yeah, there is.
Everybody has
Yeah.
talked about the cows that I found.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Everybody needs the cows. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, so we can throw the cow in there too, and then I told him as well to throw like something with his logo if he wants.
I'm gonna
'cause,
bring
you know,
that in.
a little shout
Sure.
out for him.
So that invoice will be brought to the whole committee. I mean,
What?
it's gonna be approved, right?
Yeah.
Cause I guess technically.
I sent him the invoice too, I forwarded it to you.
Well,
We have another meeting this
no,
week, right?
We
We
voted
already
on it.
approved it.
Yeah, we voted on it.
Approved it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I
looks
kind of just went
fantastic.
ahead and said, give me the invoice. This is what we have.
I love it. I think that looks fantastic. Can
And
we,
I don't know if any other sponsor.
the only thing that I would say is,
Oreo, I don't know.
the only thing that I would say is
Mm.
I mean, unless it's too late, is on, does it say like, small-
Bring
small-
their own stuff, right?
does it say business boot camp on the bags
No.
or on the?
Right now, it's just our logo. That's all I gave him. But if you give me
I
a
think-
logo, I can do
I
that
don't
too.
think the logo, I just think can they just write it in there and like, well, yeah,
2024
twenty
boot
twenty-four
camp.
business boot camp,
Okay.
that's it. If-
Memorialize it.
What else? Do you know what font that is? Just so I can tell them the font, because they're gonna ask me. If I, I can just tell.
For.
Yeah,
For the
the
logo.
easy font,
Which is Montserrat.
It is, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I can tell them. I don't,
I use that
I'll-
font for everything.
tell them that, cool. If you
Um,
could throw in, instead of small, it would be throw in 2024
24
business.
business boot
bootcamp.
camp.
I
Yep.
didn't know that Vita was gonna be involved, which is like awesome, cause local
Yeah.
was better. I went to like a generic
Yeah.
print's website
Yeah.
and I was getting quotes, 100 bags. Very similar to the one that we saw, 100 like metal water bottles, like proper nice ones with the EDC logo, the bag also with the EDC logo,
Mhm.
and a lanyard with EDC logo, and it said small business boot camp
Uh-huh,
or
whatever,
or
business-
whatever.
yeah, and that was,
And that was like 920.
oh, wow,
Yeah, to me, it's like, okay, that's a lot, 900, but that also means $9 per bag. So like, is that horrible? I don't think so, but
Yeah.
I think that works too.
I think this works great. I
But yeah,
have
to
no,
brand
I
it
have
with
more
like,
water bottles than I know what to do with, so I'm always down for Post-its, yeah.
That's what I figured, something funky. And like
Yeah.
you said, local,
Yeah.
because this guy's always a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
our events. We always see him at networking events.
Yeah.
And just chamber events too, so I figured,
Okay,
be nice.
so on here, just to reiterate, we're gonna scratch out small, put
Yeah.
2024
Yeah,
on that
in
subtext,
my notes, I have,
And the presented by.
yeah.
it is,
Can we, instead of presented by, can we do sponsored by?
yeah,
Like, yeah, just so that
Exactly.
it
Yeah,
makes
it's a little
sense
more
that
obvious.
they're not presenting it, they're sponsoring it, yeah.
well,
I don't think there's any shame in saying sponsored by,
No,
I have in my notes just to update,
okay,
small wherever it fits.
cool.
I had something else.
Where's this link right now to this Eventbrite? Is this like on the Instagram or something of the town or wherever, like a link tree or something? Like, where do we find this? Just out of curiosity.
Because I looked at
Town
it.
website,
small.
Facebook, links to it.
Cool.
I think if you go, I think I set up the redirect.
You're good, yeah. I just want people to get it so I can send it to people, be like, and I also want to do a chamber email blast. Like when you're done with
Right.
all the program and stuff,
Yeah.
like the updated one,
I think.
I'll do a big email blast to all the chamber
There's
people.
some redirect that I have.
So you think we have,
Oh, maybe I can spell. Yeah, there has to be, there's gonna be redirect somewhere. Oh, I can't spell the redirect. Oh, yeah, there's a redirect somewhere, but,
Fine.
town website.
Or you just email it to me if you don't mind. You can
I'll
just do
email it
that,
to you.
yeah. That works. 'Cause I'm gonna send it to this guy too, though, Vito.
to,
Yeah. The QR
so
code.
you think we have enough things to raffle at the network, right?
Oh, I mean.
We don't have anything yet, but we will, question, so spending on getting those gift cards. how do we get the money to spend on getting those gift cards?
last time I think we just sent you on a mission.
Jonathan went to.
Yeah, Jonathan just got-
Jonathan just goes
Solo
shopping?
mission. Yeah.
It was pretty much, I think it was, get gift cards. I think it was like $100 per.
Yeah.
We did there was one that was like $75 and most of them were like $100. I would say if we have
I think-
400 for
I
that.
think we should do 50, so that way there's,
Yeah.
But from what businesses?
because there's 400, so I think it should be 50 for.
From
$50.
what businesses though? Cause last
We-
year it was the bike tour
yeah.
businesses that,
It was the what?
it was the bike tour businesses.
Bike tour businesses. I don't think that that's a bad thing.
I
I
don't
think
think
bike tour is
Right
great.
now we have 9.
9.
Yeah.
So if there,
Yeah,
so
9.
9 businesses?
9 businesses, so if we do $50, that's 8.
So it's a
So
little.
we have to cut somebody out for the 9 on the bike tour.
So it's 9. So it's 450, so.
It's Domenico's, Dice, Parque Limon, Crucero, La Diosa, Acai, BB's Bakehouse, Amazonia, and Chella's.
Who else you got on Main Street?
$50.
If it's 50 per, and we can get back to 12, I think restaurants have been like very rough this year.
Yeah,
I mean, again, it's not always easy to put out 200 things of 200 servings of food. It's right, really that 9 right now. The 12 would push it to 600.
no, wait, but didn't you say it's 9? Or is it 12?
If we got to 12 and it was 50 per, then it would be that $600 flat.
No, but we have 400.
We have 400.
That's what I'm saying, that $600 just open separate.
Correct.
$600 is completely
Right.
separate, that's like to make up for any costs we might have unexpected, like let's say
Correct.
Memorial only does cover 300. And then we need an extra.
Correct.
300, we can pull from that, you know what I mean, like, that's like that's just just in
Correct.
case.
Well, if we need only $50 of that to.
Yeah, it would just be taking $50 from that to
Then
make
we
it all
can do,
nine.
then we can do
Oh,
all
then
That
9.
would be.
That's true,
doable.
then
That
we
is
can do all
doable,
9.
yeah. That
Yeah,
is doable.
okay, so can we do that? Can we just, so that we don't leave anybody out on the
Yeah.
bike tour, we can do
What we can
9
do is
raffles?
we can write it down to refer at the next meeting.
$50 for up to 12 business.
No, no, 9.
No, $50 allocated
9.
to the raffle prizes so that we can purchase a gift card from each
The
of the
9 that
9.
I registered.
Yeah,
Yes.
the 9 that are currently registered, nothing to do with 12.
Yeah.
Why, cause it's gonna go up to 12, is that what you're
Well,
saying?
no, we're still looking for restaurants.
Oh.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
that's.
Tell
Yeah,
me
if you did 40,
Okay.
you could do 10, right? Or you could do 11, 20.
Oh, okay,
Oh, I
but
get it.
but $40 on a gift card, no,
Yes,
we, people were so excited to win like $100 at, like $75 at Chella's. It's a lot of guac and
Yeah, no,
chips. like-
$40 to get you too far.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
$40 is like a drink nowadays.
I think that works, and then we can take 50 from that open thing.
I think so.
So what I'll do is we'll write it down to recommend, and then that's why we set this up, because we're gonna have a meeting, I think, 2 days before or something, right? The actual event,
Yeah. for
Correct.
3 days.
3 days before, in
Yeah.
2 weeks, I think,
Yeah.
right?
It's,
Or is
we
it
meet on
days?
Tuesday and the event's on
Yeah,
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same week, yeah.
Yeah. So we can do the official moving of the 50
Correct.
over then.
Okay,
We'll
okay,
do
so
the-
don't buy gift cards
Alright,
yet,
then
we
go.
buy gift cards the week of, okay, great,
Can you do that?
yeah.
Is that gonna freak you
I
out?
didn't know, that's what I
That's
did
usually
last
the
time.
time, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, all the places are literally right here.
It's like,
Yeah.
it
This
took me
circle.
2 full days.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
because at Boulder, he has another job to do.
True.
That's a great reason though, like, I'm sorry, I need to take an extended lunch break, cause I need to go buy
Some
20 gift
businesses are,
cards
like surprisingly unwilling.
to a gift card.
Yeah, some of them don't have gift cards, it's true, yeah.
Really?
Some of them are like that,
Really
they're like,
nice.
we don't have gift cards.
Can you let them know ahead of time, like, hey, we're gonna spend money on you, can you have a gift card prepared for me? Yeah,
So yeah, actually, that is something I think you should put into a motion to like bring to the. floor.
Yeah, to recommend.
okay. Okay, so motion,
Don't bring
got
up
it.
the motion.
Cool, so, all
Motion.
right, cool, so I'm gonna make a motion to move move $50 from the $600 open. Budget breakdown of the business boot camp, to move $50 of that over to the raffle prizes.
Got it.
So we can have 9 $50 gift cards
Got it.
right now.
Yes,
All right, do we need a second, I guess, Alan?
I second.
Cool, so all in favor?
aye,
Aye, cool, so
Great.
we'll recommend it to the next
And we
meeting.
do it 10, so at least is, I like even numbers, so big jealous gives us the 50 extra.
thank you,
So
Cheddar.
we got 10.
I thought the minute was the last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was at 20.
They will have 9 cards plus.
plus one extra check.
Just one.
So
Oh, no, we may go
One
up even
gift.
further than that, depending on how many sponsors you have by the time that we have.
No, 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 maybe somebody does bring a
Yeah.
basket, one of the.
So
sponsors, who
the
knows?
biggest thing is, we need Emily to give us pricing on the attendance, so that we can get the final lock-in from Memorial. Yes. And we need the final commitment from Memorial before that meeting, so we can vote on
Yeah,
whatever we're
they're-
gonna
they're-
spend it on.
They're finalizing their commitment to like.
Yeah.
$1,000.
Oh, great, yay.
Oh,
Come on, bro, just throw in an extra $600, thanks.
Yeah,
Okay, great. So swag bags are done. Anna G, I think we're all set on the location. The next committee meeting, we need volunteers, and yeah, volunteers from the town would be fantastic.
so should we meet there at 8?
I think 8 is probably
What time
reasonable.
to start?
It's not that, the registration opens at 9. So by the way, I saw on the flyer that it says 9:30. Did I put 9:30 on the
After like
agenda?
the event start, the.
Listen, all I'm saying is, this is Miami. I think we should put on the flyer 9 AM. I think we
it'll
should
be
put
a
on the
little
flyer
late,
9
though,
AM.
But I think,
Yeah. I think we should put on the flyer 9 AM. On the agenda, we can put 9:30, because that's the actual time, but I think registration should be ready to go by 9, just in case, and we should put on the flyer 9 AM.
based our time off of registration, not the program,
Correct.
or, you know,
Yeah.
the run of show.
Yeah.
let's say.
Yep. Okay. Okay, the only speaker bio that I'm missing, okay, so Danny Angel is out, so I need a speaker
I
bio
was
from
gonna
you,
say.
because I wanna put you on the Eventbrite, so I need your speaker bio, thanks. I got
Yeah,
Carlos's, I need to send it to you, and I got Buitrao's, which I guess I haven't sent to you, but I got it late, and I need Yano's, so I need to text, yeah.
Got Danny Angels out, you need to replace it.
Yeah, Angel's out, either we're just gonna fill the void with, you know.
Jonathan, it's,
Yeah, Jonathan, why don't you just like do it?
what?
You be
Thanks.
the speaker.
Yeah, you be the speaker with Andrea. Don't you know, don't you know what it takes to like?
I know everything about,
There you go.
There you go.
Easy.
I'm the omnipotent, like,
You just volunteer.
I'm just the town.
There you go.
I'm the embodiment of the town.
There you go.
I know, I think, so when I said, someone that's not on the November ballot, I think maybe the mayor as a business owner, as someone who is like.
That would be so
specifically-
great.
That would be perfect.
That would be beautiful.
Oh,
Manny
I mean,
Sid.
that would be
I
really
mean, if
good.
he wants it, if he wants to grace us with his
willing to do
presence,
it, I
he
would
didn't
like
come
to.
last
He's
year.
what?
And it's late, so he doesn't have to come in like really early either. 'cause-
And he has not worked with Danny, because that's not
Mhm.
how it works, but the process, the
No, he knows the process firsthand.
the streamline.
I mean, yeah, he even
of
has a
the
business here
process.
in the town, so you can talk.
But
about
even
it, too, that
he's
process.
not overseeing, again, not how it works, but he's seen the streamlining of the building department to make it, you know, easier for businesses to get things done. I think it could be, and I put it in my notes, maybe big question mark.
That would be a good one. And again, if he's got
I
something
can
prior,
read that in my
so
dad's
cool.
guilt.
he got something prior as well, 11:45.
Yeah.
His panel,
We go to all
yeah.
the meetings. He knows us something
later
like
in the
something
day, For
like-
sure.
Yes, it's under-
It's the second to last one.
So,
Do we?
Yeah, his
I guess.
panel is, yeah, 11:30.
I'll be there.
His panel's 11:30, Manny. Pero like 11:30.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
No, if he's got
perfect.
something
Yes,
prior,
I love
I'll-
it.
Yeah,
Great.
I'll talk to Oscar.
I mean, I'll still see,
We'll see, maybe.
I'll get the, just in case with,
That looks so good.
Danny
I
has
love
it.
I love the little faces and everything. That looks fantastic.
if Danny has like a next of kin in the building.
Right,
department,
yeah, that'd be
like,
great too.
Just in case, because Manny could always.
Click is missing a word. Manny Honey.
Yeah, there's a,
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
there's a character limit in these. So I-
Put SEO specialist. So that
Oh,
you can
true, yeah.
Trim it down.
Yeah,
SEO specialist.
Yeah, I was out
Yeah.
of town for like almost 2 weeks, so I was like rushing to get this.
No, that looks
It looks
fantastic. I'm
great.
super impressed, Jonathan. Good job.
looks awesome.
It's just. at that
sometimes you're the best man.
point. I know.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Good job, Jonathan.
There.
We know that we're your favorite.
No, I was telling Isle, I don't know how much interaction you guys have with Isle
Yeah, I was awesome
at
too.
all. But, I had a lot less stress leaving for almost 2 weeks because I know I have a really good committee. Like when you guys were scheduling the walkthrough and.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay,
Yeah, we're all set.
y'all
We make-
y'all make it easy.
Oh, great, thanks. Okay. So then I think we're all set. So let's just, these are, so summarize, can we summarize the to-dos to make sure that we got everything?
I'll say mine.
Okay,
Reach out to Emily, Cloud Facilities, 9 AM start time. For me, that's just referencing
the flyers, all the flyers.
flyers and pages.
Mhm.
Click Elements, I need their
Yep.
logo, the banker logo.
It's in the Click Elements logo you have already. I'm positive. It's in the file that I sent you. I do need to send you the banker logo because he sent it to me late. Positive Click Elements is in there.
Mm, Practices to better grow your business as a subtitle. Update to 2024 business bootcamp.
It's in
No,
that file I sent you, bro.
maybe that's like the unreadable.
Oh, that might be it, maybe.
Maybe I should have,
That's not my problem.
yeah, I know, right?
Uh,
I'm like, maybe I should have followed up on it. Whatever, I'm sure I can find them.
Yeah, he's got a.
Sponsored by, that for me is.
Right, sponsored by.
Reach out to Danny, talking points, does he have a replacement, Manny, question mark,
Yep,
probably. I think Manny could be a really good shout.
Manny could be a fantastic replacement. I think the likelihood of Manny being
Right.
available is slim to none.
Vitrola insert for the bag, those are my two,
Perfect.
what do you got?
I need to send you a summary of the parking.
I already updated
Okay, let me see.
the Q&A, it's kind of buried, so we're gonna have to make it more.
I think
prevalent.
the registration email.
Yeah.
On the east side of it with access from 149th Street. To me, if I read that, that's literally Chinese to me for the geographically impaired. I'm just letting you know. I think a better way to say this is registration and parking is located at the back entrance of the university. Like, you know, I don't know how to say this in a nicer way, but you know, like. Around the
That street,
building,
isn't that street closed right now, too?
I don't know, yeah.
When do they reopen? I think it's shut down for construction.
you mentioned little like almost like realtor signs.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be a bad spend. If we could we maybe
Yeah,
ask
that
Vida printing
Right.
for the promotional items people?
Parking.
Like little, you know, like the little realtor signs that like show people like, you know, open house, whatever, like a little realtor sign indicating
The
people.
political signs.
Yeah, like the little lawn signs that indicate people like to
Where to park.
drive around, where to
Maybe
park.
put event parking, maybe put the logo on
Because,
event parking.
right, because for example, I could imagine like the very front of Anna G putting that there and like pointing drive around towards the back.
Put the EDC logo, event parking, and you can always reuse them if we needed to.
Okay.
I mean, it's the
We-
same
we
ones,
were
it's
gonna-
the same one as the political ones, that you have
We
the.
were gonna buy, event parking, just like very generic.
Like
No-
generic
no
event
logo,
parking,
no
okay.
Anything, for 4th of July, we didn't do that.
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
Less than a few.
Lessons learned. I think it is
I'll look-
important that we do that. Could we do them? Like, or maybe we could just brand them Town of Miami Lakes, so that way they can use them
Yeah.
at different events,
Donate that to the town.
yeah?
Put their money.
Is that something that we can ask him for, or do you?
I
think-
was gonna put it on the
On
rest
the
of the other print stuff.
Okay, the
Yeah,
print
just
stuff, that's
so it's
fine.
easier just to
That's
text
fine,
it all.
okay,
Just
so-
because he's already done with it.
Perfect.
It's event parking.
Okay, I think Town of Miami
I
Lakes.
mean,
is
yeah, that's
working.
all easy to print.
Okay.
I'll see what we can do.
Okay, so that's on your to-do list.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. All right, so I'm just summarizing, well, whatever. So the event parking, I don't need to send you anything. You got it? We're good? I can check that off my list?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Never mind. Okay, you already have Emily. I had Emily on my list, so we're good there. On my list is I'm calling Jose Llano to see about First Citizens Breakfast sponsorship in collaboration with Chef Veronica, and I'll deal with both of them.
Okay. That's if the blue falls through.
I wanna call Jose already to kind of have it on deck. And I'm sorry, Blue, but like.
If they
you know,
already say
if
yes,
they
then
already-
they're
if
jumping.
You know, if she would have already told
Yes.
me that she has to fight for it, then I wouldn't make the phone call, but the fact that she's telling me that she has to fight for it and like argue for it, it
Yes.
doesn't sound promising to me, so.
And there's not a lot of time. to
Right.
figure it out.
So I'm gonna call Jose to make the call. I have a feeling Jose can probably come through with that. He has a lot of pull at the bank. Then I'm gonna call Alain, I have his phone number from Vitrola to ask him already for an invoice. And have him send that to you,
Yeah.
okay, so he
I
can
did-
get paid upfront,
I think all invoices should be like.
yeah,
should be at least
including
by
gratuity.
Yeah.
The next meeting.
Did the invoice I forwarded you for Vito work or no?
Yeah, and I saved it.
We're not gonna hold it.
How does that
Okay.
work, the paying of that?
I just
Did
printed it out.
you just do it already? It's gonna be
We
good.
have them as a vendor, so if not, I'll need their W9, but
Okay, cool.
that's another,
Okay,
We don't have W9.
So I just wanna make sure we don't get stuck.
so
on
we
the
need a
line.
W9 for Vitrola, right?
I think we have.
We have it already?
If it's a different owner.
It is a different
It's not
owner,
gonna be
different
payable
owner
to
tax ID
Vitrola,
number,
it's payable to
yep,
whoever DBA is.
yep, that's true, it's a different owner, different tax ID. What do you need
Well,
from me
depends
to
if he's
get the
over-
W9?
I don't know exactly how he did it.
Yeah.
But like, just fill out your W9 and like, if I send them a
As soon as
PDF of the generic IRS W9, that's enough for you, it doesn't have to be through like some electronic method, no? Okay,
We get paper.
okay, you got paper W9s, okay, fine. Okay, so W9,
Maybe it should be more legit.
no, cause every time I fill out a W9 now, it's
That's not my
electronic,
job.
you know, for
That's
some
not my
computer
job.
system, okay.
It's not my job to set those standards.
I'm going to reach out to all the speakers to ask for their social tags.
Yeah,
And I'm just gonna copy you on that email and have them like reply all or whatever to send me their social tags, okay? And then I'm going to politely nag the speakers for their presentations because they were all due on Labor Day, but nobody sent them. So I'm just gonna send them a weekly reminder email to give me your presentations.
dating.
Yeah.
It's like automatically
Yeah.
scheduled.
Okay, cool, yay. Are we missing anything?
I've got it for
No?
some minutes.
Yeah.
As soon as,
Thank you, interim
That's it for the
secretary.
most part. You know,
Thank you, guys.
Don't put that secretary with my name, and anything.
That's it, you're good.
I think it was the contact stuff that I did that speak.
Cool.
Cool, and then on
Get
your
the price,
list,
yeah, it's programs, name tags and event parking. I'll get the pricing and
Sweet.
information.
are you able, once you update all of the flyers and stuff, can you blast them at least to the EDC members so we can all?
Yeah, and I already told Vita about the change to the small business and all that. I texted him. He's already
Sweet,
got it ready, good to go. He's working on it.
great.
So we're good.
So for next meeting, before we wrap up, next meeting, we need to have the motion on the additional expenditures.
Yes.
On whatever's left, you know, on the extra $50 for an extra gift card, on, at that point, whatever's our leftover budget, where are we gonna throw it
For your
into?
Yeah, we should know about, yeah,
Yep.
I'm there.
I think we should also bring up who can be there early, who can volunteer, that's gonna be the week of.
Yeah, I think that could be my time to say, hey, we have these people volunteer.
Mhm. I mean, I think we can, are we all assuming that we're all gonna be there? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
No, you're out?
One-
You're out of town, okay,
I leave at noon, so I may get there in the morning if I take it there.
that would be super cool, but,
It's the
you know,
17th, right?
it's the 20th.
No,
It's
no,
17th.
no, no,
Oh, the meeting,
the meeting.
the meeting
I
of,
was like,
yeah,
I would just miss all the good food and have
yeah. Sorry, George, you're just gonna be there to work.
something.
Yes, our meeting is on the 17th, see,
Perfect.
and yes, I have it here. But all of us, like, we're all
For the event.
at the event,
Yeah,
yes, we can
okay.
all be there early,
I'll see if I can drive by.
yes.
And our new part-timer.
Okay, yay, yes, bring the part timer. Okay, so call time is 8 AM. 8 AM. Okay, do we have the EDC tablecloth? Yes, okay, can we make sure we have that?
We have Tom as well, just in case.
Okay,
I
but
don't
yeah,
think we've lost our 82 one.
but we,
yeah.
oh, table, did
No.
Anna G said they would provide the table,
The
right?
tables right there are gonna be there, so we can leave as many as we want, and the
Okay.
other ones move it to the other room.
Okay. Okay, so then we have
But
table,
they couldn't do
registration
facility
table,
setup.
Hmm?
They couldn't do facility setup.
yeah.
We
Well,
asked them.
well, yeah, they can't, they don't have the facility, they don't have it, they don't have it, we are the
We don't have
staff,
events.
it is us,
Okay.
so bring comfy shoes.
Whatever, yeah. We gotta do.
Okay. Okay, so I think we're all set, yay,
Cool.
go team go.
Okay. I'm sorry.